welcome back to Sheena's Sylheti Speech Teach. I'm Sheena.
And I'm Fareed, hello again. And this week we're going to be looking at when you get invited round for tea at a Bengali's house, because that's bound to happen once you start meeting Bengali people. Tea is a shared passion for both Bengalis and English people, so I think this is a good thing for us to practice.
Okay, so the first question you might be asked is, do you want a cup of tea? And the word for tea in Bengali is sa. You might be asked, Fareed, tumi sa sauni?
And I would always say yes, so I would say Gioi ek cup sa, which means yes, 1 cup of tea.
Being asked in the formal way, Afne sa khaibani?
Afne sa khaibani.
The thing you might be asked is, do you want some sugar or do you want some milk? Now the word for sugar is sini, so you simply ask, sini sauni?
And I would probably say, if I wanted some, Gioi du samos, which means yes, 2 spoons. But normally I would say Gina, which means no thank you.
If it's somebody who is younger that's asking you, you do away with the G and you just say oi or na, milk. The word milk is dood in Sylheti, and you're going to ask in a very similar way to the previous question, dood sauni? Do you want some milk?
And again, it would be Gioi or Gina or oi or na.
You might also be asked about the other accompaniments to tea, biscuits or cakes. There's no word in Sylheti that we use differently. It's usually biscuit or cake with a very heavy accent. So you might be asked, biscuit cake?
You could answer G acha, which is yes, okay, or Gina again. And then if you were polite and you wanted to keep the conversation going, you could ask back, Afne biscuit loka, which is, do you want some also?
You take some biscuits. Now you might not be asked if you want some sugar or if you want some tea, so you're going to have to ask for these. You're going to have to ask for these things yourself. We're going to use a spoon. So the word for spoon is samos. So you would ask, Sasi samos asini?
Sasi samos asini.
That's auntie, do you have a spoon? And she might reply, Dorono. Here you go.
And if it was more formal, you would say Dorono. So we've got props this week. We have massive budget, so we've got a tea set in front of us, and we're going to try and do a little tea party with my lovely auntie here and myself. So you're going to offer me some tea, aren't you, auntie?
Yeah. Fareed, tumi sa khaibani?
Gioi ek cup sa.
Acha. Sini sauni?
Gioi du samos, auntie.
Dood sauni?
Gioi.
Cake lo?
Gina, auntie. Afne cake loka.
Acha.
Auntie, samos asini.
Dorono.
Jazakallah.
And that's quite pertinent because he's just said thank you, and we don't usually, there's no real word for thank you. I mean, you could use doinobad, but it's not used at all. So he's just used the religious word jazakallah, which is perfectly fine. And I think that wraps it up.
I've got a steaming hot cup of tea in front of me, so I must have done something okay.
And I think now you can start to accept those invitations that you keep getting from the aunties.
Many more cups of tea.
We did use quite a lot of useful phrases today. I think things like "can I have," "would you like," we're going to be reusing some of those phrases over the next few lessons, so bear that in mind. We'll keep practicing those. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next lesson.
Keep practicing. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.